July 21st, 2025, at approximately 9:45 p.m. The Aurora Police Department responded to a report of a shooting in the parking lot of residences at First Avenue located at 112 Kenton Street in Aurora, Colorado. Shortly after arriving at the scene, police discovered a man sitting in his work van, suffering from 3 gunshot wounds to the torso. Sustaining life-threatening injuries, the young man, unfortunately, died at the scene. According to reports, the victim and his friend, who was also shot at that night, were unsuspectedly lured to the Aurora apartment complex by a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, who had plans to rob them. The young man who lost his life that night was 20-year-old Jaylen Demetrius Moton, and this is his story: a life taken too soon and a mother's fight for justice. Jaylen Demetrius Moton was a son, a brother, a friend, and a bright light in the lives of everyone who knew him. He had just celebrated his birthday on July 20th, 2025. Less than 24 hours later, on July 21st, he was gone, murdered in a senseless act of violence. Jaylen had dreams. He had plans. He was full of life, full of love, and full of potential. Whether he was laughing with friends, showing kindness to strangers, or spending time with family, Jaylen had a presence that people felt, a spirit that cannot be replaced. Jaylen was murdered in cold blood by 2 juveniles for less than $300. They made a decision that ended a life and forever changed the world of everyone who loved Jaylen. These 2 juveniles chose violence. They chose robbery, and they chose to murder Jaylen. Unfortunately, under the Colorado law, the choices these teenagers made that night may only be met with a mere slap on the wrist. Because of their ages, Jaylen's murderers may spend as little as 7 years in a juvenile facility. If that, Arapahoe County prosecutors initially filed adult charges against the 2 teenagers responsible for Jaylen's death. However, they both have the right to request a trial as juveniles in court. If treated as juveniles under the Colorado law, they may never be held accountable in a way that fairly reflects the gravity of an irreversible crime such as murder. Where is the justice in that? Jaylen's life was worth more than $300. It was worth more than 7 years in a youth offender program. His life cannot be reduced to a legal technicality, and neither can his death. Jaylen's mother, Ramona Maria Lanford Trombley, is heartbroken and angry, yet committed to fighting for justice for her precious son. She's fighting so that his death does not go ignored or repeated. The Colorado laws must change. The justice system must do better. Rehabilitation of violent youth with repeat offenses negates accountability, specifically in cases of cold-blooded murder. Jaylen's mother, Ramona, will not rest until the world sees that Jaylen mattered. His life had value, and until the system treats his death with the seriousness it deserves. This is not just Ramona's story, it's Jaylen's story, and it needs to be heard. Please share this story with everyone you know, and join the fight in demanding reform of the Colorado justice system. Thank you for sounding the alarm with Nona J, and per usual, stay tuned for your latest news updates.
Jay.